We are one win away from our first ever NBA Finals trip in franchise history, but we still got to win that one game, and we got it at home here, up 3-1 after winning both games on the road last episode. We're jumping right into the action today as Sidney Lowry gets fouled on the jump shot, completing the three-point play to tie this game up early. Really like what I saw from the defense in the last episode. Thought they really turned things on after a tough stretch here in the playoffs. And if we can show that kind of defense again, you gotta think we'll be playing for our first Larry O'Brien before too long. Hope we can wrap this series up in front of our home fans. It's always nice to, win a playoff series with the home crowd backing you. But of course, if we don't win today, we'll have a chance to seal the deal on the road as well. Stolen there by Francis Mullins. We've got the ball in transition. Finding Malachi in the corner. A good shot, but it's not going to fall. Double screen here for Oubre. He finds space to stop and pop behind the three-point line, but he missed it. Malachi, another good three, but just can't quite find the range here in the first. More double screen action. Indiana's running a lot of plays for Oubre. He's had himself a strong series, no doubt. But you still got to think their best move would be running through Halliburton and this guy right here, Darren Anthony, who's been tough for us to stop all series long. Mullins in the post. Gonna face up here with Anthony. Little fadeaway jumper and not gonna fall. Up top for Oubre, stolen away by Sidney Lowry. Now Mullins on the drive. Kicks it to Andre the Giant. Good look from three, and he drained it. Anthony with it. He's pulling up from deep. Good closeout there. Mullins has the mismatch against Halliburton, and he takes advantage of it with the and one drive. Too strong on the free throw, though. Mismatch for Indiana in the post. Anthony's still going to miss it, though. Nice, strong defense from Powers. Lowry looked like he waited for half a second to allow Darren Anthony to come contest that dunk. Yes, he wanted to posterize his fellow top 2 pick in the 2024 NBA draft, and what a block by Francis Mullins. Getting rewarded with the touch on the other end, and he scores the basket. We're up by double digits already. Anthony splashes that mid-range shot. Oh, another jump shot for him, but all of his shots are going in and out. Oubre, strong drive, finishes with the right hand. Powers, catch and shoots, but he missed it. Oubre defended by Lowry, forced to jack up a tough shot late. It's not going to fall. And then he's going to commit a foul off ball here. Indiana in the bonus, so Andre Stevens will get to the line and hit a couple of free throws. Some backups into the game here, and we're going to get a turnover. Davidson drains that three. Had a man right in his face, but it doesn't matter. He's a very high caliber shooter if he can square up, as Mullins gets another block. Some strong defense by him here in the first quarter. And Indiana's still just sitting at a dozen points here. Lowry headed to the line again. First free throw is in, as is the second. Step back three. Off the mark. Another chance beyond the arc for the Pacers, but Anthony misses this one. Are they going to only score 12 here in the first? I mean, when's the last time we held a team to 12 points in a quarter? It's been quite some time, I'll tell you that. But with Nembhard missing that 3, it's certainly possible. Davidson pulls up from the mid-range. Puts us at 31. Likely Indiana's last shot of the quarter, and it's off again by Taylor. Lowry. He's going to shoot that one, and he drained it with the clock expiring. We're up by 21 points after the first quarter. Held the Pacers to just 12 points in the quarter. I mean, our defense was good last episode, but it's been even better here to start this game. First free throw misses for AC Stevens. Trying to avoid 0 for 2 here, and he does. Inside cut to Nembhard. Thought Davidson might have gotten a steal off of that, but instead it's an Indiana bucket. Step back for Lowry. A little too much mustard on it. Nice defense by Malachi Pope to get the steal. But then in transition, he does what? Oh my gosh, what is that shot? That is awful. Oh my goodness. Pick and roll. That one's just stolen away. A little careless with the ball there by Powers. Halliburton inside. No good. AC Stevens forced the miss, but then he allowed Tyrese to get the rebound right back. Davidson. Defended well by Nembhard, but he draws the foul on the layup. First free throw drops. But he ends up splitting them, which is what it feels like Davidson always does at the free throw line. Taylor off the catch. Rattles out, but another. How are we letting the point guards get all these offensive rebounds? Can we have a little pride on the defensive end, please? Grab some boards. Halliburton. No good off the catch. Good defense by Pope. In transition, it's a pull-up 3 by Lamond, the rookie. Reese. That one's good. Malachi was right on him again. Trying to respond on the other end, but just not been a good day scoring for Malachi here. Double screen for Davidson. He's attacking the rim, and a nice drive. It's him the basket. Top of the key, pick and roll for Tyrese Halliburton, who gets fouled on his drive by Sidney Lowry. Tyrese drills both of his charity stripe shots. Davidson off the catch. That one is pure. Wide open 3 for Darren Anthony. He responds right back. Lowry. What? All right. Getting a little careless with some of these possessions here in the second quarter, as that was a nice play by Indiana. Giving Tyrese Halliburton a wide open lane to the basket. Pope will earn himself a pair of free throws. Maybe these can get him going today. I mean, we lead here by 14, but feel a lot better if Malachi could start making some shots. Here he gets a screen. Passes off to Mullins. Forced to take a contested 3. No surprise on the result. Anthony. He's taken a lot of outside shots today, but it's certainly something he's capable of doing at a high volume. Lowry responds. We're back up by a dozen. Defense definitely not as good this quarter as it was last, but that was pretty much an impossible task to ask them to do that again. But even still, it could certainly be better here in the second quarter. Another careless pass on the pick and roll results in a turnover. Can we start actually taking care of the ball, please? Malachi, good look from three. Off again, though. Just cannot buy a bucket. Lowry with the steal, though. In transition, now we're on a transition of our own, and we find the open man in the corner. It's Andre the Giant. Lowry, great defense there on that. Pick and roll. Almost forced Kelly Oubre into a backcourt violation, but forces him into an air ball instead. Andre Stevens can't make two in a row. Nemhard, wide open lane to the basket. He pulls up and we foul him. We can't bail him out of making a stupid decision. What's the free throws? I guess that's cool. Oh, another shot. Still can't get things going, but AC Stevens cleans up the boards. Anthony in the post. He's always like that matchup with AC Stevens all series long. Under a minute left here in the half. Sidney Lowry drains that one, making it 59-45 for the Sound. Aaron Anthony on the drive. Goes off glass, gets fouled by AC Stevens in the process, and makes it a three-point play. Oh, still shooting that time. Makes his first bucket of the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Here he's playing great defense, though, forcing the pass outs. Darren Anthony can't hit the quick shot. So we'll lead by a baker's dozen at the half. 61-48 is the score. Lowry with 20 points on 10 shots. Davidson was really, really good. And Pope just 1 for 8, though. I can't remember the last time he was struggling so much to put the ball in the basket. Definitely, I think you got to look back to his rookie year for the last time he was hurting so much with the jump shot. Here, starting the second half, we got Lamont Powers wide open from the elbow. Anthony pulls up from the mid-range as well, but he can't quite get the same result. Had better defense there from the Sound. Deep three there from Lowry. Offline on that one. Somehow we've got Malachi Pope guarding Anthony. He bailed us out with a fadeaway, but hits it nonetheless. Double screen for Pope. He's going inside and with the acrobatic finish. Puts it in for 2. Aaron Anthony getting back to the free throw line here. And he will go 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Pope finds the open man in the corner. That's Lamont Powers, but he can't make the defense pay for leaving him all alone. Halliburton inside, knifing his way through a couple of Nashville defenders. Strong defense by Oubre here, but Lowry is persistent on the drive and gets to the basket. Inside for Anthony. A little too easy on that one. That one just a careless pass by Andre Stevens. Now Grant Williams on the drive. That one's stolen away by Lamont Powers. In transition, Pope in the corner, drills the 3. He's certainly starting to get his shot going here to start the second half. Beautiful steal by Mullins. Results in a fast break 3 from Lowry. You got to finish that play. That would have been sick. Anthony, that sky hook continues to work for him. I mean, I would just shoot that 30 times a game. Feel like we'd never stop it. As Mullins cleans up the offensive glass. Beating Anthony once more. That one's blocked away by Mullins, but Powers gets dunked right on his head right after that. Oh, nice job on the finish. Through the foul. It's definitely a different player we're seeing here in the second half. Certainly getting his scoring going. Anthony, no good on the pick and pop. Nice feed inside for Lowry for the easy deuce. Oubre off the catch. I mean, that guy just has been so good for Indiana in this series. Lowry had a wide open Davidson in the corner, decided to shoot the contested jumper instead. And he gets what he deserves for that decision. High screen for Lowry. He's fouled on the drive. Another productive day in the office for Lowry, as it has been pretty much every single day in these playoffs. Another block by Mullins. I mean, this guy has just turned his defense up as the series has gone along. Davidson in the corner, no good. Pacers passing it around the horn, and then Ernest Augustine fouls the jump shooter. Oubre makes it, so it's a 4-point play. Single-digit lead now. Augustine, unselfish here, finds the better shooter and picks up the assist. Skyhook again for Anthony. This time he actually missed it. It's the first time he missed that shot all series. Nice take inside by Lowry, but it's just off the mark. Anthony in the post. Finds Halliburton, top of the key, rims out. Now we're feeding our big guy in the post. He fades away, no good. Wish we could have been a little bit more aggressive on that take. Going up top for Davidson, stolen away by Nembhard. Alley-oops not really working in this game. Lowry has a little bit of space there, but not really enough, I think, to pull the trigger. Anthony, on the other hand, has a little bit more space, and he makes the most of it. We're down to a 5-point lead. Don't tell me we're going to blow another 20-point lead here. These playoffs. I don't want that to happen a single more time. It's happened enough for one playoff run. But Indiana's not going away. They know they're playing for their season here as Lowry's out at the 3-point stripe. Both teams doing a bad job of fouling the jump shooters. We've seen multiple on both sides. Third free throw. Up and in for Sid the Kid. Aaron Anthony. Good defense there by Big Fro Mullins, but the finish is right there for the MVP. Powers tries to beat the buzzer here in the third quarter, but his shot is off the mark. So a tight game here as we head into the fourth. But if we can hold on to this 6-point lead, we will punch our tickets to the big dance here to end this 2028 NBA season. Passing the ball around, eventually finding a shot for Malachi Pope, but it wasn't a very good one. So it's going to be a miss. A better shot there for Halliburton, but it's just off. Thought about going in there for a second, it looked like. Nice assist there from Malachi Pope. Augustine with it. Finds Moody in the corner. He drills the 3-point shot, despite the nice closeout. Halliburton driving inside on Malachi. Tough finish for him. Pope with it. Hands it to Davidson, who drills the mid-range jumper. Halliburton. Nice shot in the face of Pope. He's done that a couple times today. Just doesn't matter that Malachi is playing good defense. Moody with the dish inside to Mullins. Off glass for 2. Miles Turner quick to shoot on the other end. He'll draw himself a pair of free throws off the Mullins foul. That'll make it an 8-point game here. Under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Late pass there to Davidson. Probably the reason he's going to miss. Oubre. Defended by Malachi. Strong defense, but Oubre's just a little bit bigger. Malachi trying to answer from deep, and there we go. His shot has fully come online here in the second half, and we know what kind of player Malachi is down the stretch of these important games. Here he gets a double screen. Goes inside, little floater. Scores him 2 more. I mean, this is a guy who had 1 field goal make a half. And he's completely turned things around here, but he's going to foul Miles Turner off of a little bit of a busted play for Indiana, but they're going to get 3 points off of it, so I think they'll take the result. Lowry feels like it's been a minute since we've heard from him, and here he drains the triple. Another foul. I mean, Indiana's just living at the free throw line here, it feels like. Miles Turner goes 2 for 2. Oh, draws the double, tries to shoot over the top of it. Shoots again and misses twice. Mullins misses as well, but we keep getting offensive rebounds, and finally we find the bucket. What was that, 4 shots on 1 possession? We finally score. Nice drive inside by Lowry, who gets right around Kelly Oubre for the layup. Oubre here, gonna draw the foul, and once again, more free throws for the Pacers. With some nice help defense by Powers to force him to try to get the points the hard way, and he did miss 1 free throw, so good result. Anthony getting doubled, finds Grant Williams for the dunk. Malachi trying to go inside on Tyrese Halliburton. The pull-up jumper falls. Up to 22 points. Again, 4 at the half. Oubre, another foul. I mean, what is going on here in the 4th? Nice feed there to find the cutting Andre Stevens. Oubre off the catch. No good. One of the rare misses from him off the catch from the perimeter. There, the miss by Lowry. It's Indiana running in transition. Gonna find Oubre in the corner, and he missed again. Finally, Oubre coming back to earth a little bit. Powers goes for a 3 of his own, but he misses as well. Now Indiana goes to their big man inside, and this is the guy that honestly I don't know why they don't go to him even more often. Lamont gets a trip to the charity stripe. It's about time we actually had some free throws ourselves. It's gonna miss that one, so it's an 8-point game. 2 minutes now left. Get a couple of stops like that from Big Fro Mullins, and we're gonna salt away the victory. Lowry, another tough look there. Can we get another stop? It's off the hands of Grant Williams and into the stands. Things are looking good for our Nashville Sound. Dish inside to Andre Stevens, who finishes through the Darren Anthony contacts. He's got a 3-point play, and we lead by 11. Down to a minute left. Grant Williams misses the 3. Sidney Lowry stops and pops, hits that shot, and that's the final piece. And with that, the Nashville Sound are officially on their way to the NBA Finals in Season 5 of the team's existence. Season 4 of superstar Sidney Lowry's career. And we are 1 series away from potentially hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Many people, including myself, thought that this team was possibly a year away, maybe 2. Just a little bit too young and inexperienced in the playoffs, but They have responded to every adversity and gotten themselves to the NBA Finals as Malachi hoists the Eastern Conference Championship trophy. Nashville will be the Eastern Conference representative in the 2027-2028 NBA Finals. Taking a look at the Game 5 results, I mean, just an all-around team effort. Gotta love how Pope turned it around here in the second half. Darren Anthony, props to him. By far the best performer we have faced in these playoffs. You know, maybe Cade Cunningham last year, he was insane as well. But the best player we've faced this year at the very least, if not all time, in the playoffs. So let's take a look at the stats for the conference finals. I mean, Malachi Pope, we tried to expand his role for the Eastern Conference Finals, and he took really well to it. Mullins didn't score a bunch, but we know what he was doing when he wasn't scoring. Still 14 points a game is pretty good too. So just really, really good stuff all the way down the board. AC Stevens got bullied at times, but I mean, he's going against the MVP, and he's a backup center. What can you really expect? Nearly 38 points, 10.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.2 blocks for Darren Anthony. Props to him again. He was awesome. Kelly Oubre really stepped it up for this team. We did a nice job, I feel like, defending Halliburton. And then Patrick Baldwin, who was averaging, 17 points in the playoffs heading into this matchup. We shut him down for sure. No revenge series. So while we are the Eastern Conference representatives in the finals, we need to see who we'll be facing off against. And this is a Game 7 between the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Clippers. Very close here in the fourth. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of rooting for the Clippers here, but it's looking like San Antonio might pull it out. We'll hop into these final 2.5 minutes to see if the Clippers can mount a comeback. I would love the Clippers to win just because I'm much more confident in that matchup compared to the Spurs. We saw what Victor Wembanyama did to us in the regular season. It was not pretty. So I would love for Los Angeles to pull this one out, but let's tune into these final 2.5 minutes. Just get a little bit of a sneak peek of our opponent here for our first finals matchup, as Jose Hernandez, one of my favorite players coming out of the year 3 draft, picks up the assist there. I really like what Los Angeles did in that same draft that we got Francis Mullins and Malachi Pope. Of course, I like our draft even more, but they probably had my second favorite draft last year, or I guess it'd be two seasons ago now, picking up both Kelvin Fletcher and Jose Hernandez. And that draft class, both guys are playing pretty key roles into a team that's either going to come up one game short of the finals or going to get there, depending on what happens these final 2 minutes, as that one's off the mark. And then last draft, of course, the Spurs got Sheldon Starks. Should have been the number 1 pick. They got him at 2. And he's playing down the stretch of this game. So a couple of really nice young players aiding the kind of core that's already been there for the team. Here as Jalen Brunson hits a massive 3. We've got a 6-point game. 90 seconds remaining. Dante Wright, kind of an undersized guard, but a very good scorer. Seems like he's starting over Damian Palmore, the playmaking point guard for these Spurs. Brunson can't find the shot he wants. He throws it out. LA could make this a 1-possession game here with a 3 from Brunson, but he missed it. Oh, Brunson. That would have been an absolutely massive shot. Wembanyama gets a screen from Patrick Williams and drills the clutch shot. Could that be the dagger that sends the San Antonio Spurs to the finals? I mean, just A great game 7 to be at. I mean, could you imagine being at this game right now? They just called the double timeout. You gotta love how incapable sports video games are of just using timeouts in a semi-intelligent manner. Like both 2K and Madden are so bad at timeout management. Madden's gotten better, actually. Like with this new game, it's not as bad as it has been in the past, but 2K is still very, very bad with late game timeout management. Brunson, he gets snatch blocked by Victor Wembanyama, or did I see that wrong? I don't know if he was actually snatch blocked, because the next thing I knew, Cason Wallace had it. But either way, massive defensive play by Wembanyama, who was absolutely instrumental down the stretch in sealing this victory. Here he's going to get one more basket. So it's going to be the Sound versus the Spurs in the NBA Finals. Just when, you know, we had trouble with the big men in Cleveland, you know, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Finally, we beat them. Thought we'd get a little bit of a reprieve. No, we're facing Darren Anthony. He gives us trouble all series long. Finally, we're thinking we get a little bit of reprieve from the big man. No, we're facing Victor Wembanyama. And while the big man has given us problems all throughout these playoffs since round 2, the good news is we've won both those series with those teams built around the big man. So we know what it takes to beat that team, but Victor's just a different animal than any of them. I know Darren Anthony's the MVP, but Victor, I mean, when we played him this year, I was never more hopeless guarding somebody than I was Victor Wembanyama in that game. I'm terrified of what he might do to us in this final series, but the Spurs have Josh Giddey. He must be injured. I know even Sheldon Starks was also injured in the playoffs. He came back a few games ago, but here it is officially. You know, we'll save looking at the roster for next episode when we'll do more of a full series preview. But here it is. Sound versus Spurs. And it looks like they'll actually switch starting point guards here for next game. Back to Damian Paul, but I am very, very excited for this NBA Finals matchup. I honestly don't know what to expect, whether or not we'll win. I think it'll be a great series either way. We'll be back to start the finals soon, and until then, sound up.